I want to is to be close to you.
Hey guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, go ahead and hit the subscribe button so you don't ever miss an upload from me. And if you're an oldie but a goodie, thank you so much for coming back for another video. So y'all already know I had to do a Valentine's Day inspired look. So I decided to do something that was just very classic, very smoky, sultry. I used a lot of browns, chocolate browns, blacks, just something really nice for a date night. And I absolutely love this look. I've done really similar looks in the past, but this time I was actually inspired by a makeup artist here on YouTube. Her name is Lanye. She posted her look on Instagram a couple of days ago and I just got really inspired. So she actually paired hers with a brown lip. I decided to do a red lip, but you guys should definitely check out her channel. She just knows how to beat a face. She has so many different looks, so I will put her link in the description box so you guys can check her out. But I used a palette from Morphe to get this look. This is the 3502 palette. It's really great. It's a warm palette, so if you're into warm tones, you will definitely love that palette. But if you guys are interested in seeing how I got this look, then of course all you have to do is keep watching. All right guys, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. I am going to prime my eyes and I'm just using the Fenty primer. It is normally my go-to. It's a really great consistency and it really just helps my eyeshadows last all throughout the day. So for the eyeshadows, I want to do a very sultry kind of brown, black, smoky eye, and I'm going to be using this Morphe palette. This is the 3502. So this is what the palette looks like. It's very warm toned and I absolutely love it. So if you're a warm toned kind of girl, then you will definitely love this palette. So I'm starting off with a lighter brown color, kind of something like a transitional shade, and I'll just kind of get darker from there. I always like to start with the lighter color and then just build up the intensity. So now I'm going to go ahead and mix two colors. I'm just mixing two brown shades and I'm going to apply this to the crease. And as you guys can tell, it's definitely darker than the color I first applied. But that was definitely the look that I was going for. But you can definitely see the transition. So you just want to make sure that you blend it really, really well. And now I'm just going in with a clean brush and I'm just kind of blending out just above where the harsh lines would be, just so it has that smooth transition. Also, I applied a little bit of concealer to my eyes earlier, so I'm just gonna kind of blend that into the eyeshadow. So now I'm gonna go ahead and apply the lid color, and I think I'm gonna use kind of a black chocolate brown, if that makes any sense. So it's kind of like a charcoal color, and I'm going to mix it with a lighter brown just because I don't want it to be too dark, but I definitely want, you know, the sultriness of the darkness. Now I'm just going back with a blending brush and just blending everything together so that it just really flows nicely. I really love just a simple kind of sultry smoky eye like this. I think it looks so great, especially for a date night. I'm gonna go back and just blend a little bit more. But I think that's gonna be pretty much it for the eyeshadow. It's super simple, but I feel like it looks very natural. You know, you have the sultriness going on, but it's not too much, it's not too dark. It's a very neutral, natural, sultry eye. And here I'm just applying a coat of mascara to my lashes, and it's the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. So I kept it really simple with the eyeshadow, but of course I've got to amp it up a little bit with the lashes. So I'm gonna be using these by Cotton Candy Eyelashes, and this brand is owned by Kiki here on YouTube. I think her YouTube channel is Miss Diva Like, so definitely be sure to check out her lashes. She has several different styles, and the style I'm using is called Fluffy, and these are really big and dramatic, and I thought it would be perfect for this look since the eyeshadow's really simple. I just wanted to do a lash that was really going to just be wham bam thank you ma'am in your face. So I'm actually going to cut these down a little bit because they are a little long, so I just cut the little end section off just so they can fit my eyes a little bit better. And of course, if you want to keep the look more on the natural side, you're not going to do a big dramatic lash like this. You might want to do something a little bit more natural. These are the Baddie B lashes in the style Instaho. They have a lot of really kind of full but natural looking lashes, so definitely check them out. Now I'm going to go ahead and start prepping the skin for the foundation and all of that. So the first product I'm going to apply is this Clinique Moisture Surge, and I really love this product because my skin gets a little dry during this time of the year, so I like something that's just going to give it some added moisture. And then for the primer, I'm using the Tatcha Silk Canvas, and I really love this because I feel like it kind of creates a barrier, so whenever I apply my foundation, it doesn't seem to sink into my pores and fine lines, especially on my nose area. So that's where I really like to focus it, and then also on the sides of my mouth because I do have smile lines, so I just really like to concentrate on those areas. And because I don't want my nose area to get oily while I'm on a date, then I'm gonna go ahead and take a little bit of this setting powder, and this is by Fenty Beauty, and I'm just going to put it right on my nose area. This is where I tend to get the most oily, but if I add powder before I add my foundation, then I notice that it just kind of helps the oil kind of stay away. So just gonna apply it to the nose, and you would just want to apply it anywhere that you get oily that you just kind of want to keep matte. Now moving on to foundation, I'm going to be using the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place foundation. Absolutely love it. It's tried and true. It's really going to give you great coverage. If you're looking for full coverage, then definitely try this foundation. I am in the shade 5W1 Bronze. It's a really great match, and it just looks flawless on the skin. It gives you really great coverage, but it isn't too heavy or cakey. And to give it a little bit more of a natural finish, I'm gonna go over it with this damp beauty blender, and this will really just help it melt into the skin. And next up is concealer. I'm using the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, and I'm using the shade Medium 2. I'm just blending the concealer out, but I'm gonna go over it with the beauty blender just to give it a more flawless finish and to get rid of, you know, all the harsh lines and stuff. But I wanted to start off with this because I just feel like it's a little bit easier starting off with the brush, and then the beauty blender just kind of helps melt it into the skin a little bit better and just gives it more of that flawless look. So now I'm gonna go ahead and set my under eye. I'm gonna use the same Fenty powder, and it's in the shade Banana, and I'm gonna use this little beauty blender thing. I really love this. I feel like it just kind of helps you get in the crooks and crannies a little bit better. And you want to let it sit for about a second or so. You don't want to let it stay there too long, and then you just want to sweep the excess away. I'm gonna go ahead and contour a little bit. I'm using this product by Huda Beauty. It's the Tantour, and I'm in the shade medium. I'm just gonna contour down the sides of the nose, and I like to use an angled brush to do this. And now I'm gonna go ahead and apply it to the hollows of my cheeks. Not too much, and you don't want it to be too dark. Now I'm gonna go over the cream contour with this Fenty bronzer in the shade Caramel Cutie. I'm going back with the powder, and I'm just gonna clean up under that contour because it can get a little sloppy. So that just helps it look a little bit more precise and clean. And I'm just gonna take my powder brush and just brush it away. And then of course we've got to smoke out the lower lash line, so I'm applying some liner, and this is just the Sephora brand. It's really nice and dark, so that definitely helps, but I'm gonna go back and also add some shadow because I feel like the top looks really heavy and the bottom just looks bare. So yeah, I'm just gonna mix a few brown shades together and just smoke that bottom lash line out really good. See, I just kind of feel like that helps it look a little bit more balanced. It doesn't look just as heavy on the top or just heavy on the top. It looks a little bit more even. So I'm gonna do the same thing to the other eye. And I'm also going to apply some mascara. And of course we have to get a little bit of glow going on. So I'm using this palette by Jaclyn Hill. It's the Flare palette, and it is just so pretty. The highlight is really intense, really intense. I'll make sure you blend it out because you don't want it to, or at least I don't like for it to be, you know, too much, but I do want you to see it. And I'm using the Glow Up shade. And I just like to put just a itsy bitsy, like, tiny bit on the nose, like not a lot at all. And sorry if I'm talking funny, I just put in a new Invisalign tray, so for the first day I just kind of like have to get readjusted to, you know, it being a little bit snug. So now I'm gonna apply some blush, and I'm gonna do something a little bit more on the rosy side. And of course for the lips, I'm gonna do red, so I'm using Anastasia Beverly Hills American Doll. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, then be sure to leave a comment below and also give this video a big thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, I will talk to you all in the next video. Bye!